convincing for Fnatic right now.
Exo fresh off cooldown. No Stone Gaze.
Maybe Roche.
No wall. Yeah, Roche is the call. And you have your Necro 3 books on the way up for Universe. That's gonna increase that firepower.
Yeah, Necro 3 is such a big item this game. Helps with the Nyx detection, is very good at dealing with Medusa, Mana Shield. And honestly, I think most of GeekFam, except maybe the Darks, they have mana issues, so if you put them on them for long enough, even if you don't kill the hero, you can just take them out of the fight in terms of casting spells. And Purge is pretty good this game. If you can take the Surge off, you can take Bloodlust off.
I mean, it is pretty amazing as well, Necro units against Medusa, right? You know, softening up, the mana burn helps a lot. Now we're going to see a bit of an attempt at a gank here, or trying to make something happen, as they might set their eyes onto Eternal and do take the tier 1 tower, a bit of map control for themselves. The DK is very close to a BKB. The smoke moving up from Fnatic. May have found something. You get Envy, the hook coming in. Might be able to keep Envy alive. The roar, the mech, vacuum into the wall. It's 4 heroes. The exorcism will be popped. They're chasing after Scumbaloo. 2 heroes already melted. And Scumbaloo dead. Chasing after one more. They might find Ollie. Ollie. Wait for the TP out. Ooh. The Yule step jump into the air. That was a close call.
I thought he didn't need to Yule for a second, but better safe than sorry, right? The only real consolation I can take to GeekFam is that Exorcism got used and they weren't in position to like get an objective off of it. But I don't think they need to do much more than just keep doing well in fights right now. Especially if they can pressure this Deucer off the map.
Yeah, he can't even stand outside for too long because of the Clockwork and the Spectre Haunt. How you split the map? Build.
Like, he has no full staff to be able to get away, so he's completely relying on his team. I don't think it's a bad item build, it's just that he's basically a one-man team this game in terms of damage, and the rest of them are just barely tanky stunners or utility heroes. Whereas Fnatic have multiple threats. Like, even their supports do good damage this game.
Their supports have been doing a ton of damage, in fact. Spirit Vessel, Vanguard, you've got a Crimson Guard on the way up for the Clockwork. Warlock, always dependent on that ultimate. He's going to have Greaves in a bit. So much utility. You talked about how they had so much sustain 10 minutes ago. When you have a mech and Greaves up, man, that's just amazing. And not to mention, the mech earlier on did save Eternal Envy in that team fight. Otherwise, he would have died.
Yeah, one stat I really wish I could see is hero damage when you're playing, sorry, not when you're playing, when you're spectating a game. It should be one of the options. I don't understand why we have hero levels and XP per minute when you can just look at a graph. Or you can look at hero levels, but we can't see hero damage anywhere in the game.
For smoke play, they're going to leave Envy to solo the Roche while the rest of them just actually go out, try to find him for some kills.
I mean, look how much damage he does.
You're right about the Desolate destroying Roshan. And the Haunt as well. Scary stuff, play hard. He broke the smoke, using the Haunt immediately. They found the heroes. He's going all the way in. Abed, the rock as well connects. 2 heroes linked together. And their fate has been sealed. It looks like a Tron popping the Stone Gaze to try and right click as much as he can. Envy already killing off play hard. And everyone on the side of GeekFam, Scumbaloo and the BKB isolated inside the cogs. No buyback for all the 4 heroes of GeekFam. And Abed, he's found March. He's gonna finish off March. Ultra kill for Abed.
They can't even buy back to give him the courtesy rampage. They're also poor, man.
Yo, Wonder Boy from the Philippines now playing with Eternal Envy and Universe. Looking like a very scary roster as this looks to be game 3, a clean 3-0 sweep for the Fnatic.
Yeah, I don't think GeekFam will GG out as its last game for them, but the chances for them to actually come back into this game is so slim.
They're going straight to the top lane, finishing up this tier 3 tower.
I mean, they still have Aegis. The entire fight, like, Envy haunts in, he right-clicks on Deucer, he tanks the entire Stone Gaze. Abed just blinks on top of the Deucer, and they don't care because there's no damage that's stopping them from doing what they just did. There's no deterrence at all. The only thing that's like somewhat scary is if they get vacuumed into a Nyx stun and Stone Gaze on top of that when the Deuce is actually right-clicking them. That's like the only scary thing for them. And that is so specific. When they have so many tools to like silence these heroes or stun them or just hook them. You get vision of them with Haunt as well, so if they're all on top of each other you just don't play in that area of the fight. They do have a BKB on the DK now, but I don't think...
He did have it in the earlier fight. In fact, that was his 10-second BKB, but the thing is...
Oh, okay, my bad. It didn't really matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter at all. There's just so much physical damage. In fact, if you look at the Fnatic draft, it's mostly physical damage.
Pretty much. Rest in peace, Ogre.
Ollie! He's just gonna burn. Now who has he chased? He's found Sean. Stone Gates will be popped. They're just gonna look around. She's ugly. And they actually don't care. You'll step up into the air. Stone Gates, it doesn't matter. The vacuum, oh, the Roar pushing March away. The silence, there's no way he can get the spells off. Sean is dead. It looks like March and Toyota to follow him to the grave. They pop the exorcism inside the enemy base. They're just diving the fountain at this point. Fnatic, what are you doing? Go for your objective. The stun, the double stun. DJ might actually end up dying here. Never mind, he's still alive. And they're just fountain diving at this point. Yeah, they don't care. This is crazy. This is just Fnatic asserting dominance. Ultra kill for Eternal Envy. All hail EE Sama. And the GG has been called. Fnatic will qualify for their first Valve event with Universe on this roster. They're looking absolutely amazing and stellar form.